Hello and welcome to another Clone Plays video. This is the third in a series of reviews of the different secondhand Lego shops that I visited while on my family vacation. I should also mention that these are kind of out of order now. They're not necessarily in chronological order of when I visited these shops, except for the first video in this series. That one was in order. By the time I'm now home doing these reviews, I've somewhat forgotten some specifics for some of the shops, so that's why it's out of order, because I want to make sure I have my information correct before making a video and then saying something that's wrong. That's why we're doing this one. So this one is about the Troy's Toy Kingdom in Ohio. Specifically, I went to the one that's in North Canton. They also have a location in Medina and Salem. I think I said those town names right. But North Canton's the one I went to. First impressions, it has the atmosphere of a Toys R Us. And for me, that's a good thing, because I actually really like going into Toys R Us's when they were around in the US. So it was fantastic. I had the good childhood-like vibe and wonderment to the shop. It was fantastic. They had a ton of retired and old Lego sets of all themes sealed in boxes, and all other types of toys. They had Thomas the Tank Engine. They had different miniatures you can get for your dioramas if you're like into model trains and stuff. They had, what else did they had a bunch of toys, and it was fantastic. Definitely felt like a Toys R Us, and I just loved it. What I didn't love as much were the prices, but I totally understand why the prices were the way they were for majority of the things. There were a couple of specifically Lego Star Wars sets. I was like, why is this a little microfighter so expensive? But I understand why the prices were the way they were. Obviously, a bunch of them were retired. I saw sets from 2017. I saw sets from 2005. Saw sets from like just last year that retired. It had a bunch of stuff. They also had new stuff. I saw like the 501st Battle Pack, or 501st Big Pack, whatever that thing is actually called, was there, and a few other recent sets. They also have individually packed minifigures, as the ones you can see right now. There was a decent selection there. A lot of the ones that I would have ended up with were sold out, which was unfortunate. Actually, I guess I probably should have asked if they had more in stock. I never did ask. I should have. But anyway, the ones they did have in stock, they were pretty good. The prices reflected the same on the minifigures as did the sets, meaning that some minifigures were reasonably priced. They were just not prices I wanted to pay. So that's why I ended up with the ones I ended up with. I was surprised, starting with just these old TIE pilots that use the old helmet. So they're from the classic era. They were, I think, $7 each or something. I was just surprised. Are these just not in high demand, these TIE pilots? Because I thought they were. So I was so surprised to see them at such a low price comparatively to what I was thinking they were. That's also supposed to be Captain Jag from the Arc 170. I don't remember him having that face, but that doesn't matter. I'm planning on changing out the face anyway. He was reasonably priced as well. Funny enough, they also had unnamed Arc pilots, but they wanted more money for those ones. So I ended up getting Captain Jag because I needed him. I don't have Captain Jag. I probably should have gotten some of the unnamed pilots too, but oh well. And then I got the Geonosian because one of the other, and I'll mention this in the review for that shop too, one of the other shops actually had a pair of Geonosian wings in like their miscellaneous Lego. So I got that Geonosian mainly so I'd have a Geonosian to put those wings on. I have a couple of other wingless Geonosians already, But I figured I might as well get another one because you can never have too many Geonosians. But that's pretty much it for Troy's Toy Kingdom. As much as I love the environment, the prices are mainly what kept me from buying more. My family, for the themes that they like, they ended up getting some good stuff too. Um, they also had some Inquisitor, like Lego Star Wars Inquisitors. I think it was the Grand Inquisitor. They also had like they had Padme Amidala in the red coat dress from that Gungan subset. They also had some other ones. So if you're interested in getting some some of the high demand figures, they have them there. You're just gonna have to pay that high demand price, but they do have them there. And if you're lucky, you can go in on a good day, and they probably have some of these figures. Like I was surprised that they had. First, I was surprised they even had these, and then I was surprised they had them at that price. I'm like, okay, I'll get a couple. And I got, going back to these TIE pilots, the reason I got 3 is, if you haven't seen my channel update video, you should check that out. Because I'm going to be building a bunch of stuff in the classic style, obviously I need some pilots to be in that style too. So I now have pilots to do that, especially from the TIE Bomber in the Bricks and Minifig shop that I just reviewed as well. The TIE Bomber did not come with a pilot, so now I have one for that. So, good stuff. It was a good shop, like I said. So, this has been Clone Plays. Thank you for watching. Remember, every clone has its roots in the original. I hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.